this season on the Isaac Carree Show?
I realize how smart I am. I realize my level of intellect. I realize my spiritual wit. And it goes faster than most. And so I resolve quicker than most. And so sometimes people will think, that I'm not being kind or nice or whatever. I'm just being myself. And if it eliminates you, then don't try to be included and it won't look like I'm fighting you. If who I am is not inviting who you are into it, just stay out.
First off, they done get that boy show. Some of y'all like, hell no. But heaven only knows what he gon' say. On any given day, it might be cray. Still gonna be at church on Sunday, yeah. It's about life and love and all of the above, yeah. Only God can judge, that ain't me. You can speak your truth, ain't nothing they can do. It's a safe space with Isaac Carree. Ooh-wee. The Isaac Carree Show. The Isaac Carree Show.
Yo, make some noise for the Isaac Carree Show! Where we promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God. Oh, you already know. Listen. This right here is what I've been waiting for. This was one of the first asks that I had for season 1. And because of scheduling and everything, we could not make it happen. But to God be the glory for all the things he has done. That's King James, hath done. Y'all say has. Y'all not saved enough. Listen, but before we jump in, please do me one favor. Call Lottie Dottie and everybody and tell them this is one you don't want to miss. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down there. Like, share, and tell everybody, man, the Isaac Carree Show is on. We want you to always be aware when we go live because we always coming to you with great content. And today, oh my God, Kim Burrell is one of the most influential, distinctive voices in gospel music history. Born and raised in Houston, Texas, she emerged from the city's rich gospel tradition with a sound that blends jazz phrasing, church grit, and unmatched vocal agility. From the beginning, Kim Burrell never sounded like anyone else. And that originality reshaped modern gospel singing. She rose to prominence in the 90s with groundbreaking albums like Try Me Again and Everlasting Life, earning widespread acclaim for her technical brilliance paired with her uncompromising musicality. Over the years, her influence has extended far beyond gospel, with collaborations and respects from artists across genres, including just a few: Whitney Houston, Beyonce, Frank Ocean, and Pharrell Williams. A 3-time Grammy nominee, Kim Burrell is also a pastor and preacher, bringing the same intensity and conviction from the mic to the pulpit. Her voice has become a blueprint for generations of singers, while her approach to worship continues to challenge, stretch, and elevate gospel music as both art and ministry. It's Kim Burrell. Can't you tell? She's on the Isaac Carree Show. Make some noise for Kim Burrell. Yes, sir, Doc. We believe in honor here.
I feel honored.
We believe in honor. Honor is a major thing that we wanted to build the foundation on.
Oh, you'll always be blessed.
Yeah, because you are someone to be honored, loved, and respected. I don't care about how people feel because I know you. We've been friends for over 30 years, and I'm not the friend that checks on you privately. I don't just call him, hey, I'm just checking on you. Just know I love you. Don't listen to. I go on my page because I want the world to know how I feel about you. You've always been consistent. You've always been there. You've never changed. No. You don't have a respect of person. No. You've rebuked me. You've called me out. You've challenged me. And so I understand that I have become a better person because of the fingerprint that you've had on my life. And that's not for camera. I've told you this in private. You have been so influential, not just in my singing, not telling me don't do that, that's ugly. Don't ever do that again. You're too good to do that. Your mama would be so not proud of you. Do this, try this, go here. I'm like, you've all, from music to life, to lessons, to blocking out the noise, you've always been there. So I wanna let you know, we honor you, we love you, And I came to cut a fool today
Me too.
because I love to laugh. That's what we do.
When I tell you, that was one of the greatest intros I've ever received.
Wow.
It was so heartfelt. And I agreed with every word. I tell you, because my bones tell me so. I've been at it a long time.
Yes.
Thank you for that intro. I appreciate that.
Oh, it's so deserving. You are one of the greatest voices. Like, Kim, I'm a singer.
Yes, you are.
I'm not saying I'm the greatest, because you are. But nonetheless, I know good singing.
Thank you.
When you can sing, you identify. But Kim, you are something that I have never seen. You are the Michael Jordan of singing.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Like what Michael Jordan did on the basketball court in his heyday, in his prime, eyes had never seen, ears had never heard. People couldn't even fathom, like, how does a man fly in the air?
Sure.
It was stories, it's been movies, it's been books written about his gift and his craft. It's the same thing with your singing.
Thank you, Isaac.
You have I've been in your presence and in your life for over 30 years. Yeah. I've heard you sing probably over 150 times. Thousands of times. Yeah. I've never heard you miss. Your misses are somebody else's greatest achievement, because your wit, you're quick on your feet, and even if you feel like we'll never know, because your confidence, your swag, it's just like you are everything that anybody who does what we do could ever dream of.
Oh, Ike,
No,
thank you
I'm
for
telling
that.
you.
I appreciate
and
that.
to live, and I said this, I've been saying, because I've had some amazing people on this season. You'll never in your lifetime understand what it's like, because you can never step outside of you, look back at you, and see what we see in you. Because you go to sleep with that gift, you wake up with that gift, you drive with that gift. So you'll never understand what you are to us. You'll never hear what we hear from you. You'll never see the how you've transcended how people sing. Allen Iverson in basketball made people dress different because he created a style. Right. Michael Jordan made people play different. You have made people sing different. That's who you are.
I am struggling so much right now because I'm teaching myself a lot, because I'm having to teach a lot. I'll explain that. Hearing you say these words is rewarding. It feels soothing. It feels like healing, because you represent those 30 plus years in my life for sure. Not from afar, up close and in the same heart of everything I've been a part of in my career. Even when gospel let us go in through other doors, we've crossed each other's paths over there. So the reason I can hear you say these things and let them go to heart, because I know you're being fair with me, because you've seen the good, bad, and ugly. You know my wrongs and my ups, and you've never tried to make me feel right when I was wrong either. And that is real, true friendship. People who don't just praise you for the good, but know how to meet you as a friend. Here's the bad of it, and they don't try to sugarcoat it. Yeah. I've always trusted your heart with me, and I appreciate you being I think about it and I can't help but laugh, because our friendship has garnered a lot of those moments. Fairly.
Yes, thank you so much. So I want to jump in, because this whole interview, this whole conversation for me is laced in fun, laughter, thank yous, honor, just making sure that you won't be a person, not on my watch, that will ever die and not know how people felt about you. Not on my watch. I've seen legends go and they'll never know how people feel about them, because people did not take the time to honestly, publicly say thank you and all the great things. So this next few minutes that we go talk, you go get all that. So it's gonna come out of nowhere. I can be talking. Ah! Glory to God. Did you do that?
I did. It is anointed.
Yes, Lord Jesus. You gotta get it. So can let's start. My God, you gotta get it, y'all. So y'all turn the TV up. It's going on.
That's good.
Before stages, before awards, before you even realized that this premier voice would overtake the world, who was Kim Burrell growing up? What was your upbringing like?
I was so mischievous. I'm the baby of four, and I'll always call it four, as you know very well. My brother has now passed, my brother of my mother's tribe. Yeah. Growing up, was filled with a lot of laughter, a lot of comedic energy, because both of my parents were creatives.
Yeah.
My daddy played jazz. My daddy even played for Nancy Wilson. He was 18 years old. He's 88 now. And he played for Nancy Wilson. He played for Sarah Vaughan when he was a teenager. And so the love of music and different levels of it, not just gospel, was protected, not just listened to. The perspective of the worth and value of music was highly protected. My mother used to love to brag, I took music appreciation in college. So music was a big highlight in my growing up. So without needing to have a program to go to, we had church in our living room because my daddy was a pastor,
Yes.
my mother was an evangelist. So it was always filled with religion, a lot of laughter, a lot of good food. But I was a prankster, and I still am. And you know that side of me more than most.
Absolutely.
And but I was always the kid that my mother could also come to and get the true story. She'd come to me if we had a fight. One time they came home, and I don't know. I mean, the curtains were crooked. One of the lamps had been broken. We had a field day. It was 4 of us. And we all just went to fighting, and stuff happened. So when Mama got home to get the assessment, and Daddy, they said, get Kim in here. Because I was very honest. And I would go in, and the story would go something like this. Kevin hit Kathy, and then Kathy called me ugly, and that's when I punched Kathy. See, I always told on myself. And that's why whenever I have not been seen or embraced as an honest person, it eats me up. That's my biggest fight, is to be lied on, because I always been very honest. My mother used to come to me to get the hard honesty. So I grew up being that girl. If you want to know the truth, go see her. If you want to laugh, go see her. My family, they use me for all of it. It's how I came up.
Now, I've seen a lot of creative talent, but what sets Chase Media apart is leadership behind the creativity. Chase doesn't just make things look good. He builds systems that make creativity sustainable. Through creative consulting, video editing, production direction, team training, visual branding, and musical production, he helps organizations move from scattered ideas to clear execution. Check it. If your vision is strong, but your structure isn't, he brings alignment. If your team has potential but lacks direction, he brings leadership. Chase Media doesn't just elevate your content, it elevates your culture. If you're serious, and I mean really serious about growth, that's who to call. He did it for me, and I know he can do it for you. Check out the lower third for all the ways to connect with Chase Media.
So, growing up in Houston, Texas, has produced so many great, amazing singers.
Yes.
And nobody, but Kim, no one sounds like you. Who were your early inspirations musically, and how did you fight? How did you navigate not becoming them, but yet being inspired by them?
3 words, but one person, Helen Ruth Graham, my mother. To answer who was my inspiration, my mother. How did I not get caught up in becoming or inspired to be something else? Her. What about her? It was her intuitiveness of what had come through her body.
Yeah.
She was in tune with who the Lord had trusted her to have, not just in me, but in my sisters and my brother. And my mother always made us aware. Here's what I want you to do. I see you enjoying Stevie Wonder. I see you enjoying this one. I see you enjoying that one. But here's what I need to do. When you get through with that, I need to hear you.
Ooh.
She said, I want to, and I didn't understand it at the time, but one day I got so caught up. Though you don't believe that they do, dream will come true. For in my dreams, every day I'm cleaning up. Though you don't believe. Every day was Stevie Wonder. So when I got up to sing at the next event, I went. It was a song, "Everything Is Christ." I said, "Everything," and I did a Stevie Wonder. It was his emotion in my music because I had been living him all week. And it was in that moment that I understood. I was in my 20s by then, but mother had been telling me that since I'd been 10, 12, 15. So you listen to this stuff, this gets in your spirit, you become it. It's a movement, it's creativity, it's power, it's a gift. And so when you let people's gifts share with your spirit, it's going to come out as that. You're a sponge. So she wouldn't let us do that just so we could keep our individuality, not keep us from paying homage to anyone, just to be reminded when the Lord made you, he had something in mind. He didn't mean for you to come here and duplicate it as if he's not that creative. That's it.
God.
Y'all give it up for that. That's crazy. First of all, I got stuck on the song. She was just giving an example, and I'm over here squirming in my seat like,
Because you are music and you love music. And that's what drew me and you together, not just because of church.
Yeah.
It's because your mother and father gave you something that made sense to my understanding by the time we met. Not only did we have our church background, that you better be in church, that understanding of being grounded in God, but having strong mothers who were musically inclined. Your mother was a complete and utter genius. And the way what made her genius was not just how she sounded, it was how she conducted her genius in the time of where she was. She was a boss. She stood and led songs and didn't flinch. A whole choir was controlled from what she gave them in private. And by the time she made it to the big stage, all y'all knew what to do. That's boss energy to me. And so you being born from that helps us to connect on more ways than just meeting in church with gifts.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we've been close.
And that's why, even when I said in my intro, you have been like a mother figure to me because you have never shied away from correcting me, from challenging me. And I think that is the true definition of friendship.
Who would see someone that needs to be fine-tuned to protect themselves and not say something? I've never given you any instruction or had reason to instruct you because you came from great stock. When we get in our individualism as adults, there are times when we stray away from what we were groomed by, that we start testing, who am I without that? And when we get into that part and it doesn't resonate and match the value of what it is, somebody else, God will send, because of your mother's prayers, because of what your mother put in you, God will send someone. So I don't see myself like on a journey, who can I correct? It's me being sensitive to value in front of me and knowing that if whatever is happening doesn't match the value of it, yeah, I'm going to say something. I'll take a risk. You might not ever call me again, but this is how much I love you.
Were there moments early on when being you, all of Kim Burrell,
Okay.
cost you anything?
Yes. The point I'm making right now. I was deciding to be all of what Kim Burrell believed she should be in the moment that I preached a sermon that offended the LGBTQ community across this world. It wasn't just in America. It was all over the world. It is when I realized that the four walls of the church had not prepared me for my voice outside of it as well as I thought that it had. And I was using church jargon and imagery and conversation and energy of what I had learned, what I had garnered. When you are raised to like rice, it is rice. You put butter on it, they put sugar, they add it to the whatever. It's rice. It's what you know. When you don't know how to know anything but rice, you do rice. Yeah. What people saw in that sermon of me was me doing what I was taught to do, contend for the faith in the verbiage that I had been given. That was Kim being herself to a limited degree until she had to take that moment. That night, before I preached that sermon, if I can just go here, it was a Thursday. I was headed to Bible study, and I asked the Lord, I said, why do I know the people that I know? Why is this person's phone? I have a Rolodex of people that I should be a multi-billionaire just because I know them. Why are they in my phone? Why do I sing the way I sing, Lord? I'm driving to Bible study. What else is there for me? Because, I'm not going to compromise. You know that I've had opportunities to do things that don't represent what I stand for in my relationship with you, and I've refused to do them for you. So what is there? Why have you taken my voice into rooms that I can't speak the language that they understand? He says, who told you that? I never told you that. Religion told you that. Religion told you that you needed to be boxed in an understanding that only relates to them, which has now made it a covetous act, which is now working as witchcraft. Ooh. And so that's for me. I'm not speaking across the board of what the representation of what religion is for anyone else. It spoke to me and said, religion made you stand in confidence and hurt people with an understanding, thinking you're going to get a God residual. You got a God residual, all right. It was God's way of saying, here's what that looks like, untamed, without all the stuff you garnered from being religious. Mm-hmm. This is what it looks like. Now, let's filter it through what you were born to be. Let me get you in private. Let me let them cancel you so I can spend some time with you. And I can show you how you can be a better blessing. If you're going to have that level of conviction and love for anything or anyone, you can't say it with that much passion and not enough God formation, not just information. It's got to be God formation. And so I had to get into my God form of thinking, saying, Lord, I'm open to you. I'm going to delete everything I think I know about you so far based on what I learned through church. I learned how to, by watching people, come on, you better say it. I learned that posture from people around me. Yeah. How else would I learn it? Yes. You teach your baby to walk. Even one more step. If you put your baby on his head, say, this is how you walk. Use your hands. We're going to be wondering, why'd your baby a professional on his hands and not his legs? Because that's how you taught him to do it. And sometimes we are so well versed in what we are taught by conceptual, by conception, by download, by observation, by our level of thinking, by our level of maturation, by where we are in evolution, and we act with that. Nobody stopped me from being able to sing. Nobody stopped me from being able to be all of Kim of what you're describing. I started being all of her in that moment, and all of her proved to not be all. So I went to go find the rest.
This is a master class.
Thank you,
So
son.
looking back, what part of becoming, evolving into the Kim Burrell required the most sacrifice?
Right now, this very moment. Every single minute requires that. Coming to yourself. I have a book out, honestly, that I'm sure you're aware of, called Sticky Notes. One of the sticky notes that comes up, I live these. This is not something I downloaded or found. I asked ChatGPT to help me to do because I'm a very honest person. For many, many years, I'll get into that. But to answer your question, I'm becoming her right now.
Okay.
Talking to you, I'm becoming her because I'm having to exercise my ability to be patient, to hear what you have to say, to interact with you. This is your show. I've been under lights for 40 years of my 53 years of living. I know about cameras for the last 30 years consecutively. I know about behind the scenes. I know about green rooms. I know about Hollywood. I know about a lot of doors that all of this is familiar to me. And my creative gene, I've got a lot of stuff to do. So my creative gene, I've already answered 4 questions in emails since I've been sitting here with you.
Jesus.
I've already answered my son's call because I'm a mother and I can always feel when he needs me. My daddy is 88, who the Lord is blessing me to be able to take good care of his life. So he's in my heart and on my mind. So every moment of my life, I'm maturing, I'm evolving because I'm agreeing to put all of that on hold and entertain this moment. That takes discipline. That takes me loving you. That takes me caring more about this moment than I care about those other things. They're still very valuable, but I can't deal with them yet. So it's all about maturation. It's all about negotiating your moment, your thoughts. I'm doing it now.
Jesus. I'm supposed to be the interviewer and I'm over here. I'm about to cry.
No, but you know why? That's always been our connection and interaction. When you and I were on the set of BET and you were seeing me, what was I on that show?
Sunday Best, the
mentor.
Yeah, mentor.
And the reason it's not to downplay any gift of job that they gave me. It's just that I didn't dive into the title of it.
Yes,
the
yes.
work of it is most important to me as to why I still do it. The mentorship. You told me one time after we taped, I was doing a mentor moment. You was like, God dog it. You did the same thing you just did. God dog it, girl. I'm getting what I need from it. What it is, I talk from my heart and I talk from a spirit place because I do the work. Not I've done the work. We're all doing the work. And I think that's what has made a lot of people not love hearing about God so much, is because a lot of people don't know how much credit that they take from God in their verbiage. And that's what makes people not want God, because they're not giving God. They're giving their version of God through them.
Ooh, that's
so they give a
good.
God level version of themselves, announcing God. But anyway, that's a whole nother day.
Oh my God. Yeah. So let me shift gears, because this is I got to get this in and out the way in terms of the gift, because this means so much to me. You are widely regarded as one of the greatest vocalists of all time, not just in gospel,
Sure.
in music, period.
I'm grateful.
How does that sit with you personally? Like, how do you hear these things? And it's been not just from church people, it's been from athletes and superstars and pop stars and people who are alive and people who've gone on. It's been your whole career. How does that sit with you? What does that do to you?
It says I'm responsible for a lot. There was a gentleman who interviewed me in London, England one time. This particular one stands out. He says, Miss Burrell, how does it feel that a lot of people want to sound like you? Mm-hmm. And my answer at that time was, it is evident to me that God gave me a gift that is enough to do, that more than me has to do it. I don't see it as anybody mocking me or trying to do any of that. The gift is so attractive, it is potent, evidently, that there are more who want to sound that way. I don't own it. It's not mine. If this gift was meant for me to own and just be mine, he would not have given it to me to do that. It's out loud. It's an allowed gift. It's heard. And so because of that, sound travels, and because of music is a universal language.
Yes.
I mean, watching Michael Jackson in Budapest and people are having to be taken in ambulances, the power of music.
Yeah.
So I take it as a responsibility. I was at the Grammys and I was able to interact with some of the greats, from the John Baptiste and my friend Pharrell and Kirk Franklin, your friend and mine, and all of these superstars, and being able to honor Mariah and hear these accolades. It just says I'm doing my job. That's it. Honestly, I have a great responsibility, and I'm very appreciative. Sometimes I listen to myself and I go, "My God, I'm glad I'm me,"
My God, I'm glad I'm me.
because I enjoy it. And what I enjoy about what I hear is God's way in it. It's like, I know I'm not smart enough to sing at the rhythms that I do. I know that I haven't studied enough. Harry Connick Jr. told me one time, he says, how do you know the things you know? Because he's a very well-studied man. And he said, we were actually in rehearsal. We were singing for the Pope. And that was 2007. We sang at Yankee Stadium, me and Harry. I said, Harry, why did you even ask me to do this? He says, because Kim, I see myself like the Jeep that goes out to till the ground for the Cadillac. I've received accolades from people who are not of the faith in deeper places than I have. That's another reason why I extend my thank you to you at the intro, because the representation of gospel has not always made me feel that way. And not that they had a responsibility to.
Right.
It's just that it hasn't happened. It's coming from you because you're very blunt, you're very forward, you're very outspoken, and I trust you. I like truth, because you will also tell me, Sweets, 'cause that's our nickname for each other. You go, Sweets, yeah, that was good, Doc, but you could have done a little bit better on that A flat. You don't mind, although it still stands how you feel about my gifting. The friendship of it says, yeah, the gift is what it is, but it didn't quite hit the dot. I like that. I like that as an accolade. That's an accolade to me. Who wants to hear all the time, you're great? Good morning, you're great. Hey, did I tell you you were great? Hey, you're great. Because reality is, even in greatness, there's flaw, because we're human. Ain't nothing perfect but God.
Yes.
So I embrace those accolades as just duties to the assignment. That's all.
Oh my God. And you are great.
Thanks,
and,
honey.
And
You are too.
It's so refreshing. Like I use this phrase all the time. I think sometimes friends become casual.
Yep.
And familiar.
Sure.
One of my prayers has always been, God, never make me have a familiar spirit.
That is noble of you to pray that way. Lord, help me to never have a familiar spirit. Because you could easily say, I won't have a familiar spirit. You said, Lord, help me to not have a familiar spirit. That's acknowledging, we know that in the flesh dwelleth no good thing. But to me, on the spirit realm, it also does say, on your behalf, you have a discerner. You have a potent sensory in you for people, but mostly for God. Lord, blame it on our mothers. They gave us the harsh raising in church that, Jesus is Lord and Lord is Jesus, and don't forget that Jesus is Lord. And now, good morning. Okay, everything was that, everything.
Yeah.
But you answer that from those perspectives. I respect that. And everybody, well, how do I say it? They're just details.
Yeah.
They're
100%.
details.
And I say that, Kim, honestly, I say that because when you know someone, you've been blessed to be in the space, when people allow you in their space.
Sure.
Kim, I've stayed at your home.
Yes.
You've cooked for me.
Absolutely.
Like, we've hung out for years. When someone allows you in their personal space, I know your family.
Yeah.
I knew Mom. And
Yes.
I know your son. And
Yes.
it's like, okay, it's easy for people to be like, oh, that's my girl. That's my friend. Ain't no way.
Well, it's more comfortable. Let me just give that perspective. It's more comfortable when people would rather make the greatness of you common. It usually says, I need to be able to get along. I can't praise you much because I don't get enough of it myself, so we're not balanced friends. Sometimes, this is just one scenario. There are some who rather get casual with you. It makes them comfortable with your greatness because it tells them that they qualify for it.
Oh,
and they don't realize that your greatness knows how to be kind even to people of low estate. And it's not that you're judging them, but I wouldn't recommend any millionaire to hang out with a thousandaire because he already came from that. Go ahead on and upgrade. Visit them, but don't hang with them because you came from that, and it is a promotion. So when you've been promoted based on your own hard work, I've been promoted in the earth because of my hard work on me.
yes.
And God has done the rest. I can't call it. I've never, ever been the type to, anyway, I'm going into something else, but that's to answer that question. We don't And I'm at the age and the stage of my life now that I don't tarry with it. When I see it and I recognize it, I acknowledge it, I embrace it for what it's worth, but I don't build camaraderie with it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I
too
love it.
taxing.
It's way too taxing.
Yeah, because I love hard, and I'll try to make them be
Last
better.
thing I want to touch on with your voice, I only know 2 singers that I personally know that we don't just know your songs, we know your ad libs. we know your. She took a breath right here. And we know every aspect. The most don't do it well.
Oh, see?
Most don't do it well. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord Jesus.
Dear God.
Yeah, God. Most don't do it well, but they know it, line for line, word for word. It's like, what would you say to somebody who's trying to navigate themselves and they really just want to? Kim Burrell is the bar. How do you? Because that's don't go there.
I tell them if they deal with comparing themselves, don't listen to people who challenge you. Don't, because you'll forget to be you. You'll run toward what you think you see is success, what it sounds like, what it acts like, how it stands, how it talks, how it postures itself. And you'll be admiring it and forgetting to build the authentic you.
Yes.
No. Don't get in a rush. Embrace everything about yourself to the fullest so that you can run into disappointment so you'll learn how to deal with it. Embrace it to the fullest so you'll run into rejection full throttle. Oh, it's my season. And rejection will stand there. Oh, really? You need to run into that so that it will build in you how you deal with it. You can never become successful without running into failure. The failure that you create.
Yes.
You have not failed until you created your own failure. There's no failure when people call you're a failure because you didn't do well at what they set up for you. No, I'm a failure at what you wanted from me.
Yes.
But I only become a failure is when I let myself down. I had a goal. I had something in mind. I'm headed somewhere. I want to sound like something, but I didn't accomplish it. Now you can feel like a failure. You don't get to say you're a failure because you didn't accomplish me. You're a failure because you have not accomplished being you.
Good God Almighty.
What's up, family? If you're looking for a full-service entertainment agency with 13 years of professional business experience that handles live production, event planning, business coordinating, it's a one-stop shop. It does everything. You want to go to HannonEntAgency.com. It's my producer, Bo. He'll get you right. Hannon Entertainment. Let's go.
I want to go to and talk about one of your friends.
Okay.
Your relationship with Whitney was super special. Like, the parts that you would like to share, if any, what was that like for you from the time you connected with her until the time, she transitioned?
When you have been given a gift like mine, and I'm not talking about the singing now, but inclusive of the singing, when you have been given a lot of responsibilities, as I know and believe that I have, responsibilities to what? To God. To fulfill why I told the Lord, yes, I want you in my life. And me saying yes revealed so much of what I am and what I have to do. And singing was one of them. That the first time I got a call from my girl, I had just done the song with Diddy, In Between Where I've Been. You remember I did that with Mario Winans?
Yes.
Special Place.
Yes, Special Place.
Because Q and all of them was on
Yes.
it. 112, we all did that record. And once we did that, Diddy called and told, and y'all gotta forgive me, I don't know if he has any new names. He's my brother, by the way. And I said that in an interview last week. That's a whole nother day. But he had let Whitney hear a Special Place that I had recorded. And so she called me. She was in New York. That was our first encounter. And I was in church. And I was going to support something Mama was doing. I put my phone on the floor because I planned to be there a good 6 minutes. Because I just got off the plane. I'm like, Mama, you and these 3 o'clock programs at 8, y'all got to stop. And so
3 o'clock programs at 8 just killed me.
I was like, I got to go. So I was trying to be there temporarily. So I didn't have a purse, I didn't have nothing. I put my phone on the floor underneath my seat. And the Holy-O, I can't get nobody. It's Holy Ghost for those who don't understand. Told me to look up underneath my thing. It was ringing. Oh, was that the time Harry called? I'm not trying to be cute. No, that was Harry's call. I was somewhere else when Whitney called me. Anyway, I answered the phone and she said, hey, Kim, this Whitney. That was our hello. Hey, Kim, this Whitney.
First time ever talking to her.
First time ever in life. I said, hello? Hey, Kim, this Whitney. And her voice gave her away.
Yeah.
And you know how quick I am.
Yes.
So I said, are you playing with me? No, this Whitney. This Whitney Houston. Look, Puff, let me hear the song. And I'm in this room. I done played it like 15 times back to back. And then she went on to tell me what I'll be sharing in my book. It'll be coming soon.
Absolutely.
I cherished her. She was my sister. When I knew she became a responsibility, Nippy performed for Michael Jackson's 30th, and she was extremely little, smaller than what we were used to seeing her.
Yes.
And everybody made their assumptions and whatever. I got on a plane the next day, and I flew to Alpharetta. Well, I flew to Georgia because she was singing Alpharetta at the time. And that was our first encounter since after going to her father's funeral. But that's where we first met, at her dad's funeral, because Whitney locked herself up, of course, grieving. And they said, Fred Hammond and you are going to bring her through this, listening wise, whatever at the time. And that's where we first got acquainted. And we knew we were sisters then. And time went on. And then, we just got close. I protected her once. When you love people, you protect them.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lesson about that with my baby, Travis Malloy, who the world has seen recent times of us yoking up in the last year and a half doing what we do. But I learned that lesson, one of the lessons of that with him. And people love you. They can't help it. And I get that. When they love you, they're going to deal with your ups, downs, bad, ugly, and they ain't going to let nobody else bother you about that.
Yeah.
When you have garnered a relationship and a love for a person, and that's what it was with Whitney, our sisterhood. She told me, like you did, she told me one time, we were in Germany at the time, she said, sometime I don't know if I'm talking to my mama, my sister, my auntie, or my grandmother. I say all of them. I said, you just got to decide who's in front of you and deal with me accordingly. So we were very, very close. And I do miss her. I miss her so much that I don't talk about her. I don't, because it's a pain. Like I feel like a pressure in my chest right now talking about her. And it's just that. I love her though. She was incredible.
What was one thing about her that many people didn't know because they didn't have proximity?
If she don't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
And yeah.
Got it. When you think of her now, what's the first memory that comes to your mind?
I want her here.
Yeah.
And first memory, one of my most happiest moments is performing on BET for her. She didn't know I was coming. I really wasn't surprised when Neo introduced me. And
Did I look to you?
I believe in you and me.
I believe in you and me. Okay.
And that was another time. That was for Travis.
She said, pipe down, son. I got this.
They got me in my trailer. It said Peppermint Patty. They had to give me a different name.
Okay.
Because they didn't want her to know I was there, but she was right next door to me. And so when I came out, she didn't know. That was a moment. Seeing her get up and jump.
Yes.
I wanted to jump with her because I could feel I just wanted to go for our moment, but I knew I had to perform in that moment and get done and be right. And that does bring me great smiles. Yeah.
I want to stay in this vein. I have been in your life so long that I have been able to walk with you, and I as well.
Yes.
The way you've handled grief. And I'm specifically talking about Mom, your brother. Kim, that thing hit you in a way that it would probably hit anyone. But your love for your mother and your brother, I've seen it up close and personal. Yeah. How have you been able to maneuver and just go on? You never lost your grit. You never lost your charisma. It's like, and the older you get, Kim, I see Mom on you.
It's so her. Every day I wake up to her. And let me tell you about that. Hopefully what I'm about to say will help someone and you'll hear it fully. I don't just say I love you. Mm-hmm. I consider you. What makes me love a person is what I consider about them. What do I choose to consider about a person? The thing that is dominant, the things that they request indirectly, their behavior, the things they like, things they dislike. When you love a person, you pay attention to all of those things, not just what benefits you, what makes them the happiest them. That's when you know you really are loving someone because you're willing to sacrifice for that. My mother played that role. This is what I want to say to help some people. When the person that prepared my mother's body in death told me that the way she had been prepared, that she would be preserved at least 10 years and look that way for the next 10 years without decaying. I loved her so much that I said to myself, well, I'm going to wait till the 10 years is up. I'm going to have her exhumed right before the 10 years is up. And I'm going to have her exhumed so I can see if I'm able to really grieve this the way that maybe I should have on the day of the funeral, because I had to run it, everything that was there. I had to work to put all of that together.
Yes.
From the singers to the church, everything, the flowers, the casket, her outfit, her gloves, everything. I did that. I say it proudly. I could not focus on how I could feel in the moment, because although she couldn't see it, feel it, or experience any of it, I had to honor her to make sure none of it fell through, because that's how she raised me. Be excellent, right? I heard the Spirit of God say to me, using her voice. She died when I was doing Ephesians 4, one of my conferences. Yeah. She died the Monday of the Thursday it was supposed to begin.
Jesus.
I got up that Thursday morning and I could hear my mother's voice. She said, assignment. I sat straight up. I said, I don't believe this. You're speaking now already. She said, assignment. She said, they'll be praying at 10. It's 9:05. Get up. She said, they'll be praying at 10. That's your schedule. Assignment. I could hear. I was bathing and crying. So I don't believe you're doing this to me. I can't believe this, how you go to me. You wired me this way, and I'm sitting here painless. Dry your tears. Go do what the Lord called you to do. This is not my calling. This is not yours. This is the Lord's doing. Go make it marvelous in our eyes. I could hear that. That's the kind of detail that I am from, because I have bigger duties. Some people say, oh, they made you hard. You ain't got no feelings. That's why you're mean to everybody. No. That's what formed me into being able to calm all of that down and not let it become spastic and crazy and weird and resound when my feelings are hurt. It is what took reactionary behavior and made it responsibility to respond. It's respond ability. Responsibility gives you respond ability, not reactionary moments. Yeah. When you know your value, that you're worth more than the moment, you don't go to the internet and say, I'm mad about it and here's what I'm going to say. It's easy to do. And yes, your voice would have been heard, but it's for the moment. And when you become better, they can go back and pull that up. Oh, really? See, that's how I have to think, because I have a job after the moment. That's why it doesn't bother me to know that people take my name and they say, drag it. Where are you going with it? My name is too heavy for you to drag. You don't know how to drag that. You don't know the potency of my value. So I don't sign up. I'm not available to, they drug her. That's incredible, if y'all believe whatever that is. But the way I assess it, while you're dragging me, I care about you. Woo. Don't waste your time hating me. I already love you. It's too late. It's too late. I already love you. There's nothing you can say or do. I'm gonna call her a B to her face when I see her. When you get done, you're going to regret that, because my love for you is not going to make you feel comfortable that you did that. I mean that. I'm able to produce the love I'm talking about. I don't have to talk about that on the show with you and can't prove it. I'm in public all the time. Stop me in the airport like you always do. They run into love, because I learned how to love myself in private, so that when I get public and I find out that it was you that dogged me, I don't say, that was you. I already heard of you. I know what time it is. Why am I wasting time with that? I can't do that. They need me. They need me. You know how I know they need me? They never would have spent time talking about me if they didn't need me.
100%.
They need everybody that could ever help them. You need someone and something to remind you of your own value, because you're losing value by trying to take away from mine. You're losing value. You can't do that. So people say, oh, she's shady, she's arrogant. No, it's not arrogance. It's audacity. I have lived through enough to gain audacity, momentum in my conviction. That's what you see. I've gained momentum in my convictions about my existence. And that's why I don't have any ill will against anything or anyone. People say, you apologize over and over. I will do it until whoever needs it. I don't have a problem. You need another I'm sorry? Tell me what time. Tell me what time. Tell me what time. Because we got to get everybody, let's get through and let's get over this. Because once we get over it, I want to know who you are now. Now that you've received your apology, who are you now? Are you still fussing? Are you still complaining? Are you still calling me out of my name? You don't want an apology. You want something else. So let's find out what you want. Now give it to you. I'm a mother. I know a cry when I hear it.
Oh.
I'm a mother. I'm a mother. I know a cry when I hear it. And you don't tell your baby who needs you. You don't tell a person who doesn't know any better, stop doing that. They don't know to stop doing. They're going to do more and more. They don't know that they should stop. You have to be a mother to give them reason of why they should stop. Show them their value. That's all.
What's up, fam? Listen, a lot of people love God, but they don't necessarily have a system to grow in God. That's why I'm bringing you this journal. It's called Me, Myself, and God by our executive producer, Dominique Danielle. She was telling me, man, sometimes when my study times, my thoughts are all over the place, and I needed somewhere that I can just jot my thoughts down and keep them in a safe space where I can really commune with God in my prayer time. Here's the other thing. One of my favorite characters in the Bible is David. David was cray-cray. David was all over the place. He loved God, he questioned God. He worshiped, he celebrated, but he was just all over the place, right? I think we find ourselves like that sometimes. So when you find yourself needing a safe space, this journal will help you. Write it down. The Bible even says, write the vision and make it plain. This journal will help you do that. Me, Myself, and God by Dominique Danielle. It's available on Amazon.com.
You got to stay with me, Ike.
They're gonna be like, this interview was too heavy for him. He needs some work.
No,
Kim,
no, you don't need
I am
work.
so grateful that we get a chance to hear your heart.
Thank you for letting me.
Because here's the thing. I just believe that, first of all, my pastor told me this. I ran into some hiccups on the first season, on a episode, where my peers came at me. I called you.
Yes.
You know, I call people that I respect and I revere because I need wisdom.
Sure.
So I called her and she said, baby, I already know. And you began to minister to me spiritually and naturally.
Absolutely.
And when you do that, it changed something in me to walk
Thank you, Lord
in this calling that I know God gave me, right?
Sure.
And so when I get a chance to sit down with you, and you have a platform where you can be heard in a room of people that love and revere you, whether they know you personally or they know you from your gift.
Yeah.
People who honor you, you get a chance to talk freely. I'm just stupid enough and crazy enough to believe that somebody's watching this, that their perspective will shift. Because sometimes when you hear a person talk from their heart and you hear context and conviction and truth, it allows them to be like,
It gives them a chance to, but all won't. And that's the part. Embracing that all won't. What do you do with the all won't? You do nothing.
You do nothing.
No, you do nothing. But wait. You don't judge yourself because they didn't. You don't say you didn't do well because they didn't approve. And it's not discounting them. You know, a lot of people say, I ain't thinking about them folks. I am. I am. I am thinking about them in the regard they matter. They wouldn't be this loud if they didn't want to matter. They wouldn't be that controversial if they didn't want to matter. So you find out what is it about whatever that makes you want to matter. And let's get to that. Let's all gather around it and get to that. So you'll get from doing the other thing because it's not helping the value of who you are. You know, baby? When I saw you be brave and bold right here on your set in that last episode of whatever the people saw and responded to, I never follow the energy of anything that's bad. So I don't know if it got bad with you or not. I was proud of you being in your, what I call isness. You being in your Isaac Carree, the fact that you're back for season 2. If I had not come, I did not know what the reasoning of the controversy was to begin with. It was for you to continue. I'm supposed to be here to say that was supposed to happen, to sanction it, to say absolutely you're going to be fought. You're cut from a different cloth too. Because Isaac, everybody does not have your history either. You started in a legendary time with a legendary artist that many will not be able to say, but those of you who were there and you are part of that there. You have a piece of history that people now honor that guy and you're able to say, that was me at the start. That was me. I don't care if you got, you were there. You became Isaac in that and then sang into becoming that. And then you sang into becoming that. Then you're Hezekiah, then Men of Standard. You have been laced throughout this industry with your sacrificial self and love and personality all the way unto the conversations of country Western music, which is Same level to me in popularity as hip hop and anything else. Your value has given you free course in every room you've gone in. Your gift has made room for you. And when you sing, we know it ain't nobody but Isaac Carree. No one has attempted to try to sound like you because you're one of one. I've seen young men and women revere you and talk about your gift and the value thereof, but nobody's going to attempt to sound like Ike because that's Ike. You have your one of one-ism, your own cloth. Why wouldn't you get picked on and try to get kicked out the door? You're breaking down barriers going into other parts of who you are. Why wouldn't the enemy be standing there and say, don't you come this way? Don't you find out more about who you are? Of course, it would be from the ones that you would expect to go, brother, go. Or how else would you not be discouraged? You have to be discouraged. When you are tested, it is in those moments that you find out if your strength is small. You have to get it tested. You can't sing across this world. We can't testify across this world. I can't stand and preach the gospel. I can't sing the gospel. I can't go and sing for the Pope. I can't be revered by all these people. I can't become best friends, sisters with Whitney Houston. I can't be on the phone with Shaka Khan. All of the detail. I can't be called mine by A-lister Tyrese, and I don't have a responsibility. You kidding me? It's not about me trying to show up and be famous anywhere. The responsibility is great. Protecting people like this when they let you in. Covering them when they let you in. When you're in their house and you see it all go down. Can you keep it? That's why a lot of gospel babies can't, because we don't explore enough. We don't go outside of the four walls to experience except for who's clapping for us. And that's when we get outside of it, we messed up. It happened to me. I spoke louder than the discipline I had learned that my value was meant to be. I spoke loud church talk with a world that don't know church talk that was listening. So it caused controversy. So you said, no. If I took in those rooms, learn how they need to be talked to too. You don't go over there and tell them, come on, clap your hands in this room. They don't understand that. You learn that over there. You can't make those people who don't know that world embrace it like they should know it. Teach it to them if it's valuable. And when you find out in areas it's not, don't teach it. Now learn something else and give them that. You give them class. You give them intelligence. You give them what they worked hard to become. You interact with them. You've gone on stages with people who've worked hard to become, and they included you. That means your value is worth theirs. Ooh. That means that we're not taking a risk with you on this stage with us if we didn't know that you could overthrow everything we've worked hard for. Pat yourself on the back, Isaac Carree. Are you kidding me? You're my guy. You came from the same choir stands we did, with the same disciplines of having to stay long before church was over, stand after it was over, vacuuming, wearing clothes over and over, low self-esteem to one of the greatest dresses ever. So says those Pradas you're wearing. I celebrate you. You're a hard worker. You're a husband. You're a father. Boy, are you a girl dad. You love your daughter. I'm looking at you knowing our bones are aching. And you out there in that snow with your baby. That's the stuff I'm talking about, the value of the heart of who you are. I'm not going to let anybody talk down about that guy. I don't care what happened on the set. No. He's more than what happened on the set. So at the end, middle, and beginning of the day, I celebrate season 20 for you. That's what you want to do. I celebrate episode 900,000 because you are so funny. You could stand up with any comedian and have a room on their head. You're quicker than me. And you know what makes us quick is our ability to have been able to detect when people didn't know that we were as good as we were, and we caught them dogging us. It made us quick because we had to respond to ourselves to keep us together. When we know they had more value than us, we really could have died in the moment. See, our quick wit has been built with recovering ourselves while we're growing into this thing that we didn't even ask for. All we're doing is living it, and we don't know all the details that it comes with. We didn't know it was going to dap, beep, bop, bop. Hey, creative people can do the worst of all things that other people do, baby. But we just choose not to. We're chosen. We have so much more to do than the moment. Remember, get past the moment and do the real you. Yeah, that's a sticky note too.
Oh, my God. Jesus, help me, Lord, to get through this. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And I want to encourage all the gospel babies that we are, all, when I say gospel baby, all of us that's 30 years and over, that's been at it, all of us who have a relationship with you, that we support you out loudly, that we get behind what you're doing, get behind each other. 2025 was a year of grace, 5 spirit number of grace, where we really should have taken the time to build whoever we know to be right there now. Because 2026, the number of man, 6, is the year to do the faith with the works. It's going to happen. All this name it and claim it is not going to work. So I applaud your ability to do this. One of the reasons I'm happy about my book is because it's something I can say I followed through. I've got 10,000 dreams in my iPad. I'm finally getting a chance to go down them and do them. Now I'm doing them. I'm not dreaming them anymore. I'm doing them. I want to say even to this room, to these creatives that are surrounding you. These people are smart people. There's no way no one can serve you and not be smart. Yeah. You are too quick. You've been around the world and You've been in more rooms in gospel. You've had money conversations with people who are multimillionaires. You've been around money. You've been around more than church. You've been around more than what church garners is what I'm saying. And you are to be respected for that. You are to be entreated as that. That's my respect for you and to you. So I want to say to our artist friends, because More Than Gospel knows you too. Your voice has relationship with the other worlds too, because your gift has made room for you over there. I've seen them interact with you. That's why you're with the Faith Hills and these guys, because you have the voice and the talent and the personality and the stick-to-itness and the vibrance and you're hype man. I mean, we were on tour. Oh, Jesus. And this one here, some of the highlights of my life. If you would ask me that question, what has been some of the highlights of my life? I would say being on tour with you and Isaac Carree, especially with all of us, and Donnie and Fred and all of us on tour. And y'all, Isaac is the man. He dressed us every night throughout the entire tour. He told us what to wear. He gave us our colors and we complied. I was in malls saying, Ike said, and I had to choose because of that, because we trusted what you said. And you made us a family. Just with our colors, you made us a family even deeper. And every person that came on that stage, you had camaraderie with because you've served all of them. You've served his. You've served Israel. You've served me. I've served you. That's what we all need to do, is serve each other with kindness. And I want to say this. I know you didn't say we're coming to a close, but I'm on a roll here. If I can say that this is the month of February that has been classified as our Black History Month, I'm going to be on overload with accolades, because if we're going to make history and keep it history, don't let it be in our history that we beat each other up.
Yes.
We've already been beaten. As to why we're being beaten by giving 1 month.
Right.
Acknowledging us is to also say, this is what we think of you. And I want our culture, I want Black people to find something else to do than kill each other and beat each other up. I'm not just talking about with guns, but with this. We have Facebook killers and Instagram murderers, and we don't see it as that. But all crimes are punishable. And there's only one person that can do that, and that's God Almighty. And the word of the Lord says in there to don't touch God's anointed. And you are God's anointed. And I just want to tell people who are watching us, who are part of the body of Christ, as we watch this engagement, the Isaac Carree Show is not a church hangout. It's where church people can hang. But it's not a church hangout. It is not a get out of jail free card to be sinful. I'm getting all of this. I can tell. It's a place to be religious free, honor God, and respect each other. And I thank you for including me in it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you tell me about your book? First of all, you have so many projects, and you've been able to give me, tidbits here and there, some things that God is allowing you to do. But sticky notes.
So, sticky notes are affirmations out of my spirit from the perspective I've been speaking from. Everything is half full to me. And sticky notes came as a title because it derived from, I wanted to say things that stay with you.
Okay.
It's a stick with you note.
Yes.
Right? The first page I've memorized, it says, "You are standing ovation waiting to happen." And usually when I do my book, I'm planning to go on tour with it, and I open it up and I'll say, call out an odd number, because I use one side of the page for notes for people to write. Call out an odd number, 1 through 99. And they do, and I'll read whatever that sticky note is, and it always seems to resonate. So I found out that it's prophetic as well. And I'm watching it change lives. It's now on Kindle, and I just did an audio of it.
Yes.
And it is my greatest work that I think, I mean, I can do 100 books, but because it was my first one, it's my greatest.
Yeah.
Because I did
I
it.
want to ask you this. This is a very interesting question.
Okay.
Because your answer is just going to change everything because it's just so quick, you're so witty.
Thanks.
Kim, what's one thing about you that people get wrong? People have this notion or misconception about you that it's like, that ain't me. That's what y'all saying. That's what y'all spreading. That ain't me. Y'all got that wrong. That's not me. Is that
Yes,
okay.
that is very accurate for me to answer. That is my heart's intent and my personality. I'm really an introvert, and I don't laugh with everybody because everybody's reasoning for laughing is not always mine. You know, you can be laughing at something and it's derogatory concerning something, but your laughter. Take, for instance, In Front of the World, right? I don't remember the young man's name, but he was performing, and it was on BET, and it was caught. And Donnie and I were laughing. We were clowning. So we had just come from break because people don't know we're there 16, 18 hours in a day at times. And I think this episode was shot in Houston, and he came on stage, and he said, Kim Burrell, I've been stopped liking you. And it's in that moment that I would not appease what conclusion he had come to because I knew that it was false energy, that he had picked up, that he had grabbed my laughter as being at him. And because I'm a mother, and then plus I have an ear for music so keen, I didn't have to look at him to hear him. But that wasn't fair to him because this was made to pay attention. I know it's all a part of the church's, the BET's layout for Sunday Best. But Donnie and I, we're old school. We sitting there laughing, and they started the cameras until we were not done. And so it was an extension of that. And it spilled over into that moment in the way the cameras presented it. It was as if we were laughing at him, which is juvenile and immature and insensitive and silly and not smart. And it would not have been, it wouldn't even make sense. And I know, well, Yolanda said to him, don't pay attention, don't worry about them. And she was really trying to say, they're on something else right now. They're not even.
Yeah, you focus on what you're doing.
Please, that's what she was trying to get him. Baby, please don't do that. This is them doing them. And I tried to answer and go, hey, I'm talking with him. They did that with Fantasia and me too. I call Fantasia's name giving accolades and honor to Leandria. And they said I was hating on her. And I understood that, why they could think that. But see, I'm old school. I'm like auntie mama thing. And I even called her. She didn't want to speak to me. And she has yet to talk to me. And she doesn't have to. She's soaring and doing an incredible job. And she looks gorgeous. And I really would like to talk to her designer because the person makes an incredible batch of clothing for her. Yeah. And Dorica's has always done her hair most incredible. But and she's a talent like none other, and she gonna get the Holy Ghost on stage no matter what room she's singing in. And so I've always loved her and pay homage to her, but it was a misunderstanding. And then they think because we are in the highlight that we're not human, that we can't say things. I still feel that I want Leandria to do the Aretha Franklin story. I would love to see her be an actress and do something outside of what the people see her doing. I'm always going to support her, by the way. She deserves that. So at the end and middle, top of the day, people are going to come to their own conclusions, and that's unfortunate. But that's one of the things I hate the worst is when people take a few things about me and then they turn it into something, get other people believing, and they'll watch it and it'll match what other people have been saying based on their concept of it. But it's not the truth. I hate that. But there's nothing you can do. You just have to wait your turn.
Okay, I got two more questions.
Okay.
If there was anything that you could self-correct that may have hurt or offended anybody, if anything, what would it be?
What I've been talking about.
Okay.
Working on myself, my perception, how I see things, how I don't judge people based on how they're judging my words. I take into consideration, well, before you defend yourself, check into it. Did it? I realize how smart I am. I realize my level of intellect. I realize my spiritual wit. And it goes faster than most. And so I resolve quicker than most. And so sometimes people will think, that I'm not being kind or nice or whatever. I'm just being myself. And if it eliminates you, then don't try to be included and it won't look like I'm fighting you.
God dog. Jesus.
If who I am is not inviting who you are into it, just stay out. If it doesn't sound like something that you would get along with, you don't have to, now I don't get along with her, she's arrogant. You pronouncing that is pretty much you telling people what you're not in some cases, not who you are. I'm just,
Jesus. Bars.
Bars. I can't wait to watch.
It's hard being me sometimes.
It is definitely hard.
But I like it
I love it.
because it's only me I have. And I adjust it when it needs to be adjusted, but I won't compromise the value of who I am to make people feel better. There are some things that I adjust to make people feel better, but I'm lowering my standard as what I'm building as my own individual to come down to say, oh, come along. No, I got to give you the same opportunity I had when I didn't understand. Live and find out.
Woo. Yes. Kim,
Yes.
everybody wants to sing with you.
Okay.
That would have the balls to. I don't.
Oh, great ballage.
Is there anybody that you have great ballage? Is there anybody that you haven't sung with that's still alive? I want to go here. Alive or not.
Okay.
That if you would have had the opportunity to,
That is so easy.
who would it be?
Tony Bennett was one that I wanted to do a duet with. Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse.
Before she passed away, I saw where she sang a duet with Tony Bennett, and it satisfied me just as much if I had had the chance. But if I would have had the chance, I would have loved to have sung with him. Now, living,
Yes.
I am not going to be content. Are we ready?
Yes.
Until I do the song that I deserve to sing with Brandy, Jasmine, and Beyonce.
Brandy, Jasmine Sullivan, and Beyonce.
Now, we don't have to make it all in one song, but I would love it.
Oh,
I want to sing with all of them. I think we should record together. They have given me way too many accolades and love and respect for me not to. I want us to. I'm so grateful. Even after all of the success, this incredible tour that Brandy just finished, she and I ran into each other at the Grammys last week, and she was still loving and saying, you taught me so much. Everything I do, I thank you for it. When I hear that, I'm like, okay, enough of that. Let's sing together then. We owe that. So me and Ray J, we were hanging out. A lot of people saw me, he and Travis and Troy Taylor. They said, wonder what they're up to. Of course, we're up to something great.
absolutely.
Yeah, and it does include Brandy on this one.
I want to ask you about. Oh God! First of all, Beyonce, Jasmine Sullivan, and Brandy and Kim Burrell.
That's just,
Made a little watch between me and thee.
I think we should do it.
Absolutely.
It just should be done.
I need everybody to, Chase, we're going to make this a clip. And I need everybody to take this clip and share it and tag Beyonce, tag Brandy, tag Jasmine.
Yes.
And make it happen.
Yes.
I want to be able to say I had a thumb. Yeah! I had a thumb in it. It needs to happen.
It needs to happen.
Oh God. Okay. Last question. And this wasn't even on here, so I'm done with this.
Okay.
But this is something that I have to ask you because Kim Burrell, I've been hearing you sing, and I've never heard anything that you've done that wasn't life-changing, life-altering.
Wow.
You and Travis Malloy posted a video of you singing this song over the Trapped in the Closet track. Kim, it was a level of singing. It was a singing exhibition.
Oh, wow.
Match with a beautiful melodic track over top of a story that brought me into 30 years of me knowing you. I went on a journey.
Wow.
So for most people, it was the singing. It was
a story for you.
It was everything.
Yeah.
It was it was one of the greatest things
thank you.
I probably heard in the last 20 years with my ears.
Whoa. Wow.
I've heard a lot.
Sure.
I called Travis. I said, Travis, why would you do this? This, like, who would want to do this anymore? Like, I feel like everybody just needs to come together, sit in an audience, and just learn. It was, Kim, it was the greatest singing exhibition. Please bring me into that space where you and Travis, first of all, you guys together are, to me, you guys together are like what Brandy and Rodney were.
Thank you.
They had a chemistry
Absolutely.
that was unmatched. It was bigger than music.
Absolutely.
You could feel the love.
Yeah.
And so please bring me into that space because I listened to that clip. Travis would never send me the song.
Well,
But I
Travis,
listened to it at least 100 times.
I'm sure you did. Travis, because of that, is how I'm about to start my response to that, is the posture of Travis. You know, I'm just a different type of personality. I've not yoked up with a lot of people. I've not had a lot of producers.
Right.
It's been Alex.
Yes.
And I've kind of just kept it. But Travis is not afraid of anything.
Nothing.
Because Travis knows his worth, but he also has enough humility to carry who he is and who he's constantly becoming. But also in that, you know, I traveled quite a bit with him all of 2025
Yes.
mostly. And watching him create, I get a chance to see so much of his personality before we ever go out in front of the people. And we have a real true tested and tried friendship. He is a very, very, what do you call those people that are they're in control of themselves, the type that they call it, alpha.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But he's not dogmatic. When I deal with music, I'm very sensitive how I hear,
Yes.
what the music does to make me feel a certain way. We were literally at his place and he was playing some music and he had that track. He said, I was just working on some stuff. He started writing every single word
Jesus.
that you heard me singing.
Oh.
He started writing and said, these are the songs of my songs he put in. I mean,
Yes,
but,
Lord.
but he wasn't tarrying over it. It's like we were sitting there and he goes, I come to you more than I give. He's like, 40, and I say 40 years because I grabbed the 40. And I might be sprinkled in there. But the concept was Travis Malloy. The whole, never thought I'd tell a story. He even sent me to the side. He says, if you sing it like that, they're not going to believe you mean it. He said, there are people who are listening who really need to feel your heart because you're such a alpha person.
Yes.
You're singing it to get done with the music and get through this because he knows I hate recording. And then he made me do it at the time. I didn't feel like doing none of it.
Yeah.
And so he says, they're not going to believe you mean it. And he says, so I need you to reapproach that. That's a good producer. That's an
Yes.
excellent producer because
Yes.
he's not just producing the sound, he's producing the emotion of it. And that's what sells records. That's what makes people pay attention, how they're able to match or embrace the song, how it grabs them. So my hat is off to him, first and foremost.
Yes. Give it up for Travis
Travis
Malloy.
Malloy.
Love
who
you, bro.
We're working through some very, very difficult things right now. Right now I'm trying to get him to stay humble. Sometimes when he speaks to me, he gives me one or two of those finding you.
Very
kind of
high-minded.
very high minded.
Very.
And he is as funny
Yes, Lord.
as the best comedian out there.
100%.
And he's smart and he's a businessman.
Yes,
and
he
then one of
is.
the reasons I love recording with him is because he has a temperament of a businessman. He gets done. I call him Fast Finger Freddy.
Yes.
When I'm ready to go back, he's already there. He's an excellent engineer too. So he's all in one guy.
Yeah, he is. He's special. I have the chance to grace my presence with Travis.
See how God flicked your words
Yes,
up?
he had a chance to allow him in my presence.
There it is.
At his house.
It's good for me to be here.
It's good for me to be at your house. And I really say, like, I don't say that. I say it to be funny, but that's really how I feel. I don't sing like that anymore. I don't mean I can't sing.
Sure.
I don't sing as often as I used to sing, right? So when Travis called me, first it was always an honor, and it's always gonna be a fool because it's like he's gonna bring something out of you that you just didn't think was there.
Absolutely.
So I went to the house. I'm singing with him, and I kept telling him, Travis, let me get this. He said, I do this.
I promise you he told you that.
I do this.
And then he will lead you to look at his ASCAP award on the wall. It is so
Honey,
ridiculous.
He put me together.
Oh my God. You know what I just realized about this interview with me and you?
What?
This part is the part he's going to look at the most.
Absolutely.
He will not
When I tell
start from the top. He's not going to look at this episode
Travis
from
was
the
on
top.
his phone this whole time, and when we started talking about him, he said,
I want you to know that phone died.
he said, Chase, get the clipping. Baby, let me tell you something. I love it. No, this is family.
Absolutely.
Kim, I want to say thank you. I know lives will be changed by this conversation. I know, Chase, bring it in.
You leave Chase alone.
I'm
Chase.
going for my dismount.
Take
I'm
your
going for my
time.
dismount. Let me go there.
Oh, wow. My God. Adjust it.
I know that people will be blessed by this conversation. I know that people are going to be in awe. Your words, Kim, your words are just as powerful as your singing voice.
Oh, amen. Amen. Thank
I
you.
don't know many people that have me at the edge of my seat when they sing and when they just talk.
It's a God thing.
It's a God thing.
It's a God thing, I promise
And I
you.
thank you. I thank you for the deposits that you made in this room, that the world will be able to clip from this for years to
Thank you,
come.
Jesus.
Like, it's so amazing, man. Your mom is so proud of you.
Oh, don't hurt me up like that.
Oh, so proud of you. She will never be forgotten because she's still here.
Thank you.
You are one of the greatest, most amazing people that I've ever encountered in my life. And this is not something I'm saying on camera. I randomly send you stuff. Because here's the thing about our relationship, and I think real relationships, we may not talk all the time, but when we talk, when we text, when we share, it may be quick, but it's strong and it's powerful and straight to the point, because I don't believe in wasting your time. Because she will start a conversation and then she will exit the building.
Completely without an announcement.
And so I honor you. I thank you on behalf of my entire team, everybody here, Chase, Dom, Bo, and everybody.
Thank you.
We are so thankful and so grateful for your presence. We honor you. I need everybody in this room to make some noise for the voice, the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
Oh, wow.
Kim Burrell.
My God. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. I love you all so much. I'm very grateful.
Patreon. I'm not going to be before you long, because let me tell you something. You don't belabor the moment. When they say yes, you get in, you get out quickly. Kim Burrell, just for you, on piano. Bye.
Oh, Lord.
As some of you may know, I've been on this health journey. Well, let me introduce you to Dynamic 3 Med Spa. Soon as I walk in the door, I'm greeted with snacks and protein drinks. Check out that supplement wall. Everything you need is available for you. Dynamic 3 specializes in cosmetic care, and they range from facials, microneedling, and one of my favorites, the head spa. Y'all see your boy already getting nervous about to get that blood work done, because I hate needles. But it's imperative that men know your levels, so get your blood work done. Now this area right here is what I call humbling. It's the 3D body scan assessment, where they analyze your results and create and curate a plan just for your body. If you're looking to get your body where it needs to be, Dynamic 3 Med Spa is the place for you. Book your appointment now and tell them Isaac Carree sent you.